How's it going, guys, and welcome back to my garage once again. So yes, today we are going to do a quick customer job. So in the last episode we did quite a lot of work to the Bart, aka Dodge Challenger, up on the lift here. So we need to try and make some money so that we can start buying some suspension parts for this thing. And yes, that is going to require quite a bit of money. So I think if we did one transmission job, it's going to give us hopefully enough money to do that. But I was thinking maybe I should take a trip down to the junkyard again and see if I can find myself a cheap wreck that I can just take care of the rust and maybe even paint it up again. And then we're going to be able to make a little bit more money because we are going to be building a whole new engine for that car as well, which is going to require, yeah, obviously quite a lot of money, because I want to try and do something nice with it, and not just a boring old stock V8. It's going to have some performance parts. We are going to be putting on some decent wheels and tires as well. We do have got our temporary junker wheels that's just going to help us figure out if the thing is going to be running and driving and so on. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's still early days with regards to that project. Okay, so I think this customer car should be sorted now. Let's just lower it back down. Okay, so how does that look now? And that is perfect. So great stuff. So yeah, I don't know, 2,290 bucks. That's a little bit, yeah, too little money maybe for finding something. So let's maybe see if we can maybe do another job. I don't know if it's going to be a shifting job, maybe an engine timing chain job or something. Car is not moving. That's probably the clutch. All right, well, let's have a look at it. 155 bucks. Yeah, that's not really a good paying job. But yes, guys, this is one of the Lada or VAZ station wagons. That is a mod. You can find this mod on Nexus Mods, and yeah, this is a Lada 2104. So yeah, very basic car as well. It's got the same suspension as the normal in-game lads. So I don't think there's anything really special about the undercarriage of this car or the engine, so for that matter. But yeah, the body is definitely very good quality. I did have a brief look at this mod. But yes, okay, so we need to replace the clutch plate in this thing, so it's going to be a little bit more work than one would think. Because you need to not only remove the transmission, you also need to replace the clutch plate. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy one of those, because I'm quite certain this is the issue on this car. So let's bring this closer. All right, come on, let's quickly do this one. I was actually hoping to get a higher paying job, but yeah, sometimes you gotta take what you get. All right, transmission looks good still, so I don't think it's a transmission issue. Okay, let's come around this side. There we go, transmission is out. We'll just put it down over there, or throw it down over there. Okay, I might have to lower the car to get to the top bolts of this clutch plate, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, come down. Alright, I think we should manage this now. Let's see. Yeah, you can clearly see the worn clutch plate in there. So there it is, the old busted clutch plate. So we're gonna just replace it with a new one. Alright, let's get that back into there. And can we grab that from here? We can. Alright, let's bolt that down. Okay, let's do the rest from below, because we need to lift it up for the transmission anyway to go in. Alrighty, let's do this. There's a bit of a weird collision going on here, but okay. Should manage this. Yeah, I think we've got all of those tightened up, so that is looking pretty good. Alright, transmission. This is a weird collision. It doesn't want to go back in, so I might have to do a little bit of no clipping just to get it into position. Yeah, sometimes you need to make some plans. Yeah, that's why I kept this mod installed, is for when things like this happens, then we can at least still carry on and do the job. I don't really use the no clipping that much, just when it's absolutely necessary. There we go. Let's just check if this job is done now. Okay, so yeah, it is done. So let's just go and return the vehicle, and I'll put the lift back down. Alright, yeah, that didn't really make us a whole lot of money, so I think we should definitely try and do a job or two. Why does it look like our suspension? Yeah, it's probably just the weight of the transmission. Oh, that is quite neat. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what other job we can find here. Gonna look for something that's gonna pay us a bit better. There's some rust. Can you fix that and repaint the car? Okay, let's have a look at this, guys, because I've had a comment about this, and I know these jobs can actually pay well if the customer actually do come. Something wrong with charging. That doesn't sound very challenging. Nope. Wrong with steering. Nope. Car's not moving. That's another clutch job. Clunky noise coming when driving. That's drive shaft. Car is loud. That's exhaust. Overheating. No. Battery. No. Start charging. Nope. Alright. Let's just find something here. Can you change fuel tank? Fix rust and repaint. Okay, let's try this one. And what do we have? No, $336. Oh, that's one of the Ladas again. Okay, so which one is this? This is the 2105, and it's got some rust on the rear end here. So once again, this is a car mod. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, so one way to find out, let's dive into it and see. Otherwise, if this is going to be a problem, I'm going to have to abandon this one. But yeah, even for this amount of money, it's not really worth it at all. So, but yeah, I think we're going to do this for the sake of testing the mod and see how well we are going to be able to remove this rust. Okay, so far so good. It looks relatively decent. We've got some rust down here. Might have to take this piece of trim off if we don't get all of the rust on this. But as long as it's only contained on the fender and the rear panel, I think we should be good. Right, and also it might still also just decide to disappear at some point. So let's hope for the best. Just keep grinding. I had a comment in the other video. Yeah, the grind for money is real, referring to me grinding down rust. So yeah, that was a pretty clever one. Alrighty, so last bit of rust down here. We get it all. Can we see up there? Not really, but okay. Yeah, I didn't see the rust disappear on us, so maybe it's going to be gone. Oh, the color condition went down. Might have to remove the rear bumper at least so that we can see behind there. Let's grab the wrench. Unbolt it there. Yeah, this is a very nicely made mod, guys. It's definitely very, very good. Let's grind that down. And over here. So always remember, when you're grinding rust, you need to go a little bit further than what the rust appears. Just to make sure you get it all. So you can see like this discoloration. I don't know how well it's going to show up on video, but there's like a lighter pink around the rust. So you need to grind all of that gone as well. Okay, I hope there's nothing behind the taillight. I don't know how thick the taillight mounting point is there, but we'll know soon enough once we grinded all of this down. Alrighty, come on. Let's get it all. Okay. And it looks like there's some rust over here as well. Might as well take care of that. It might actually be behind the license plate as well, but let's see. Yeah, see, that's the problem I have with modded cars, guys. So now I've grinded all of the rust that I could see. Unless if there's something on here, which there isn't. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be able to do this one because I've grinded most of the rust and it still shows up. Let's just check behind the license plate, but if that is the case, then I'm just going to go ahead and abandon this job. It's really not going to be worth it struggling with this. See, there's absolutely sweet blow bugger all freaking rust down here, so... Now what? Screw it. Just wasting my time. Freaking hell. Okay, so let's look for something else. Hopefully not a modded car. And let's maybe stay away from rust jobs. Let's just look for another shifting job. There was an engine change job that I just skipped through. Change spark plugs. Now, where are all the transmission jobs? Shifting. Come on, guys. Give me a shifting job. There we go. There's one. Okay. Let's hope the client comes. Alright. Oh, okay. So this one, guys. Yeah. There's something very special about this job. So the vehicle that we are working on is a Ford Mustang. And because the mod creator used the 5-speed gearbox in this one, it is paying us a lot more money because obviously the gearbox is worth a whole lot more money. If you look at the price of the 5-speed gearbox, where the heck is it now? There it is. So it's 1,100, well, 1,001 and 65 cents. And then we are going to buy a 4-speed gearbox. And we're going to put this in this thing, and you can still pass the job like that. So yeah, we're going to make up for the time we wasted with the Lada sedan that we tried to grind rust off by doing this kind of cheating thing. But yeah, I don't think it's really cheating if it's in the game. So here we go. Let's rip this transmission out. Alright, quite simple. Same as any other base game car. Alrighty, let's lower it back down. That should do. Let's pop the hood. We're gonna lean in over here. Just undo these. Starter bolt. Starter motor is coming off because that's going on our new transmission over there. Bolt it down on there. And let's do the last 2 bolts up here. Yeah, I think there was actually an update available for this mod. I don't really recall what was fixed or what was changed, but yeah, I did update it to the latest version on Nexus mods. I'm not sure if there is a better updated mod somewhere else on the Discord server somewhere, but yeah, this is what we got. Alright, let's make sure that is bolted down. Did we do the... no, we didn't do that yet. Okay, let me do these. Okay, let's lift this thing back up and let's just button everything up. And then I think after this job, we should have a fair amount of money, guys, to go and do a job. Okay, so, yeah, what the heck? Now, those are the ones that I struggled with. Okay. So there we go. That is sorted. I think this job is done. Which it is. So let's do that. And now we've got 5 grand, which is a decent amount of money to find at least something quite valuable at the junkyard, which we can increase the value on, which will hopefully give us a little bit more money. So we are going to jump into the El Camino. I think the El Camino will do. We don't have to take a trailer because I'm just going to have it towed back to the garage. I'm not going to struggle with the trailer today. It's only for our own personal projects that we are going to keep. We're going to just tow them back to the shop rather. We might as well drop off the junk in the back of the bed of the truck. And yeah, I didn't take any tools with me. So I don't think we're going to bother with buying tools. Oh, okay, well, I see Steve's is open, so we can actually just pull forward because it's only 10 o'clock. Alright, let's park up here. I should actually buy myself some tools. Not too much Bondo. Okay, no, I won't use too much Bondo. Don't worry about that, Mr. Steve, aka Scapegoat. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that is sorted, and now we're gonna make our way over to the Junkyard. And once again, it's a bit of a drive, so I'm gonna catch up to you guys once we get there. Alright, here we are over at the Junkyard, and we're just going to park up here and see if we can find a project vehicle. So I'm gonna let the Junkyard load quickly. Okay, so the Junkyard has loaded in, and we've got a massive rim that's rolling here once again.
Work hard, and one day you'll be like me.
First bands. Okay, so that is another wheel mod that I've got. Yeah, guys, I've got actually so many mods that I haven't really had a look at yet. So it's actually terrible how badly I am at it. But yes, okay, so we are here looking for a quick flip project. Yeah, I don't think this is going to help us much because there's a lot of damage to it. What about this one? That is within budget, but I don't know if we're going to be able to really make a lot of profit on it. What's the star condition on the Rust 3? Color condition is 1, so we might make a little bit of money off of that one. But let's have a look and see what else we can find. A rat, no. A B200. Man, that's actually pretty cheap. That is absolutely very cheap. I don't know, but does this thing have anything? Well, it's got a lot of damage. That's what it's got. Yeah, I don't know. This is very tempting. Because I did want to get myself a pickup truck later down the line, and this is the correct one, the B200S. So I don't know. Yeah, decisions. Nah, you know what? We still got our El Camino, and it's doing pretty well. There's another one over here, which is also the B200S, but this has got the box at the back. Doesn't look like it's got major damage. Yeah, this is when some things like this happens, and this door is busted. I'm trying to open it, but okay, so it doesn't want to open. Yeah, it doesn't really have a whole lot going on at the back. Rusty frames, that's probably why it's so cheap as well. That's going to be a full rebuild as well. Okay, but let's see if this thing... Yeah, no, this is one of the modded cars. That's not going to help much. A lad sedan. So far it looks like I'm leaning towards that Jason. This thing is missing a floor pan. It doesn't really have a lot of rust. Well... I don't know why it picks up so much rust. Because there isn't really that much rust. Maybe there's quarter panel down here. But I don't think this thing is going to be... Well, okay, so this is actually one of those all-wheel drive lads, guys. Yeah, you'll notice there's a thingy-majingy there. That's the selector, but I think it's just for looks. So yeah, this is actually a front-wheel drive. Well, four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive Lada, because it's got the front-wheel drive shaft from the NIV, I think. So yeah, this is a pretty cool mod actually. We should definitely have a look at that at some point, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, guys, we're going to buy this one, this Jason. This thing is almost in better nick than the part that we are currently trying to fix up. Nah, it's definitely going to need a lot of work as well, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy this one for a quick flip. So let's get that towed back to the garage. Alrighty, hop up here. Towed to custom assign, that should work. Okay, and I can see El Camino started getting dirty. Okay, finally, because I was thinking there was something wrong with this truck, because we drove here 3 times. Well, once when we came here, then we went to the shop, and then we came back to pick up the part, and the truck didn't get dirty. So now at least I see it is getting dirt on it, so that is good. Okay, so back to the shop we go. Okay guys, so here we are back at the shop once again, and yeah, I noticed this El Camino of ours is pulling a little bit to the left. I think something went wrong somewhere, I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna have to check it out maybe. Okay, so first of all, business at hand is we need to start working on the that Jason that we just picked up. But I just want to have a quick peek here. It might actually just be this tire that's losing pressure. Because it kind of looks like... No, this leaf spring packed up. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because we didn't replace this leaf spring. We just used it. The used one that we had. Okay, so that kind of makes sense why it's pulling slightly to the left. So it's not terrible. So yeah, I need to grab this in order to get that Jason lifted up somehow. Just the old famous trick of, yeah, wedging the jack in there. I mean, we can get our lift arms under this thing. Although, why the heck am I doing this up on the lift? I don't need to put this thing on a lift to take the rust off. Yeah, we're just going to do it like this on the ground. So let's just push it back. Okay, nearly freaking jacked it or lifted it up for no reason. So, okay. Let's maybe start by washing first, so that we can wash it and see what we are doing. Alrighty, there we go. I do notice these parts will actually fit on our Jesse, the front end parts, because we are still missing the front bumper. But this is also missing a front bumper. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, I almost thought for a second I was gonna get some free parts. But sadly that is not the case. Okay, so I'm not too worried about it. Just gotta wash this thing up. It's actually a very interesting color. It's not really a pink, but it's not really a beige. Yeah, it's kind of very very distinctive. Let's just call it that. Alright, we've got a green fender, which is causing the color condition to be a little bit low. Okay, that's actually a beautiful green as well. I like that. Alrighty. Let's wash up this hood as well. Okay, how did we do? Did we get a job? A good job? A bad job? A mediocre job? I don't know. It's only got 4 stars cleaning condition. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it then. Where did I miss? Oh, maybe the inside of the door. Okay, that makes sense. How about now? Still nothing. Okay. Game bug maybe? Come on, I washed the whole freaking car now. What the heck is going on with the paint, the clean state? Why will you not clean? Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it because we're already making a little bit more money just by cleaning the thing up. Okay, so let's start by grinding. Yeah, the grind is real. And luckily this is a base game car, so we shouldn't have any issues. Okay, so what are we actually grinding here? This is the hood. Yeah, the grill is only the part to the right there. Okay, so well, not really the grill. That's more like the grill holder, front panel. Yeah, I can't really recall what they named this thing. But okay, we are going to grind the rust off of that, and that is gone, so that is good. Right, let's stand up and work like a man. Alrighty, now we are grinding. Okay. Any second now we're gonna hit that sweet spot somewhere on this hood that's gonna go make all this rust go poof and just disappear. Not yet. Okay, fine. We'll just keep grinding. Literally and sort of figuratively. Alright, grind, 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 grind. Yeah, the grind is real. Always gonna remember that comment from now on. Alright, come on, let's keep going. I have a feeling if yeah, I freaking knew it. I don't know. I just sometimes get this like a sixth sense that something tells me go there and then it's gonna happen. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Have you ever had that happen? Maybe drop a comment down below if you ever had the same feeling. You know, you just have to touch a specific spot on the car body panel and then you know the rust is gonna go poof. Yeah, sometimes it works out. Okay, and we've got a bit of rust on this rocker panel. Alrighty, let's see. Might have to cut this rocker panel off. Nah, you know what? I think we're good. We've got four full stars on this. Look at that price, guys. We're almost making freaking double the money. We are making double the money because I think we paid like 4 grand for this thing. So yeah, that is yeah, pretty cool. Information control C. We're copying this lovely, I don't know what to call it. What would you call that color? That is a kind of a pink. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those colors that you can't really put your finger on it, and I don't think it's really ever been a color that anybody would respray their car. But it is interesting. I'll give it that. Okay, let's spray, 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 spray. This fender was a different color, so we had to paint the whole thing. Okay, and right over here. I don't think there's rust anywhere. That's maybe some dirt that we missed. Okay. And don't tell me I bought a second can of paint for nothing. Yeah, it looks like I bought a second can of paint for no reason. I only needed one. Okay, you know what? Now at least we've got a paint can with this color code. That is a full can. Oh wait, we missed a bit here. You can see the green sort of coming through there. Still coming through. Okay, that is gone. Okay, so there we go. I think we should have the 5 stars on the color condition, which is good, guys. So how about that? We are making double the money on that wreck just because we cleaned up the rust and painted the car, and also gave it a weak wash because it was still on freaking 4 stars. But okay, guys, so now I'm going to start buying a whole bunch of parts for our Bart. So we need to go over to suspension. I'm going to start with suspension. Gonna get that sorted out. Okay, so let's dive into this and yeah, cross member. Okay, so let's do it like this. We're gonna do all the front suspension stuff first. All right, quite simple. Steering arm, steering box, steering link, 2 strut rods. Did I buy 2 freaking front shock absorbers? I can't recall now, but okay. 2 of those, 2 of those. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need 2 of these. And I think that is everything for the front. I didn't really really check interior on this car, so I might have to buy a steering column. But yeah, let's also do the brakes. All the brake stuff that we need for the front. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 of those, 2 front brake pads. We'll do the main brake line. These, the brake master cylinder and that all together. Okay, the interior stuff we'll get to that. Okay, so there's all of our parts. Let's grab our toolbox. Okay, there's our tools. Alrighty. I think we're gonna start with the cross member once again. So this is exactly the same as the cross member on the Jesse. So it says there underneath chat about Jesse Jason 70s Coronet, which is another car we actually need to try and have a look out for. Because I think that'll be a nice car also to fix up in this series. Now, why the heck did we buy so many of these things? Front left, front right, front left. Why did I buy 2 front left? Maybe it was a click of the finger. Quite possibly. But it's okay. It's not as if it's going to go to a complete waste. We can still use it in a project down the line. So must just be mindful of that when I go and buy parts again. We also need to buy all the stuff we need to weld onto this thing. So yeah, kind of starting at the wrong start here, but it's okay. We get our steering arm over there, zip that into there. So yeah, guys, you are going to have completely new parts on this car, suspension-wise. For those of you who might be interested in buying this car from me. There we go. So trying to make this as reliable as possible. My gosh, where's the words going today? Alright, but there we go. Let's put that onto there. A tie rod, and this one goes this way. Okay, hub carriers. We still had a decent hub carrier, but I decided to not use it. The second-hand parts, we'll keep those around. Because I think maybe on our El Camino we could use it as well. If we really want to. So I just decided all brand new suspension parts. Because this cost us nearly about $1,000 more or less, give or take. Didn't exactly see how many monies we spent on all of this, but okay, that can go on there. Right, so there we go. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, and now we can get our brakes put back together, or put together, seeing as these are new ones. Okay, brake hoses, where do you want to go? There. Where do you want to go? Right over there. Alrighty. Zip that up. Let's get these. Okay. Pop them in. Over there. Over there. Okay, so the left hand side is this side, so we need the front left for there. Right. Come on. There we go. That's it. And now this side on the right hand side. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there's just one thing that I was a little bit wondering about, and that is the condition of the firewall. So I guess what we are going to do in this case is I'm going to leave the firewall in the car. But once we get this thing fixed up to that point where I think it's done and we are able to drive it, I'm going to drive this thing over to the service center and we're going to have them run a diagnostic, full diagnostic on this car. And if there's anything else that still shows up as worn or, well, ruined for that matter, we are going to change it, guys. I'm going to bring the car back to the shop and delay the sale of the vehicle, and then we're going to fix it up. Make sure this thing is 100% when it leaves our shop. And I also decided we are going to replace the radiator support as well, because this thing was at, I think, 55%. So I think it'll be better if we just replace it. And it looks like the bumper is actually fine now, because I think it was just some bolts that was all weird with the bumper because of the accident. that the car was in, but yeah, I'm pretty certain this bumper is fine. We are going to undo this valance because we're going to transfer this over to our new radiator support. And the vehicle will also come with some Funcle license plates. So yeah, gonna try and make it as special as possible using base game stuff, because I know not everybody's going to be able to find all the mods that I've got. So for that reason, I decided we are going to be building some cars with base game parts and everything that is going to be available in the base game. We're not going to be doing anything with modded stuff really and trying to sell it on. I might do some vehicle builds, modded vehicles at some point, but those will probably be ones that I'm going to either keep for myself or yeah, sell it to selective people, friends who I know have got the mods. So we'll see. Okay, so this radio support can actually go in the back of the El Camino. Okay, so we need to buy that inner fender. And yeah, I still don't have a more cutting discs. You know what? I think we're going to do this, guys. We've got a bit of money. I'm going to jump in the little wagon here. We're going to go and buy ourselves a plasma cutter, because I think we can afford it now. I mean, this is freaking episode 9 already. Come on. We're going to at least buy ourselves a plasma cutter. Alright, so we're going to make our way over to the shop here. Yeah, I actually need to start giving this lad wagon a bit of love as well, because this thing has got a lot of rust. But this is one that I want to try and keep as long as possible. And I still want to take a trip down to the interior shop at some point to pick up the interior for this thing. So that's going to be a whole other road trip. So I think, I don't know, maybe guys, comment down below. Should I make an episode out of a trip to the interior store where we go and buy the interior for our lad wagon? So maybe drop your comments down below if that's something we should do.
Or is it the afternoon already?
It's actually, well, it's afternoon if you look at the in-game time, but so yeah, okay. So what did I say I was gonna get myself? A plasma cutter. 1,800 bucks. Holy crap! I thought it was cheaper. Yeah, we should have actually just gone and bought the freaking welder. But okay, it's fine. This is much needed, guys. Because to go and buy cutting discs the whole time, it's just going to end up being a schlep missions, you know. Alright, so let's get back to the shop, guys, because I want to see if we can get that freaking Bart put back together, at least suspension-wise in this episode. And we're already sitting at 40 minutes and I haven't really done squat to the car. Okay, so let's get back here. Alrighty, come on, little wagon. And try and not wreck it. And now we've got 2 dirty cars in the workshop. Actually 3, because the Bart is also dirty. So yeah, all our cars are dirty. Look at us being all dirty and stuff. Alright, so here's our plasma cutter thing. The thing that's going to hopefully never run out. Alright, so I wanted to cut this off as well, because I want to see what the heck's going on with it, first of all. There goes the whole shebang. So, apparently this thing is 100%, so let's put it back. That means we don't have to change that one. Okay, let's take off the wires from here. Alright, we don't want busted wires on the car. Okay, let's just put that over there. Battery tray needs to come off. That's on 59%. As I said, I'm going to replace everything. Okay, and you can go back onto you. And you putting there. And then this can go over there. This can go over there. This might as well go over there as well. Okay, so we're going to buy this inner fender once we can get it cut off. There we go. Chop, chop. Choppity chop chop. And where's the... Oh, okay. Alright, so there we go. That's the frame... Front left. Front panel left. Okay, yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, once we get that installed with the new radiator support, we can actually get the the whole freaking front end suspension installed. Alright, come on, load already. Battery tray, yes please. We are going to need this. What frame rails? Both of those. We are going to need the front left panel, yes. And the radiator support, yes. I think this is what we need. The floor R, which is the floor rear, and we did miss that panel. The Junkyard card didn't have that panel on. I remember I checked the video when I was editing it, so yeah, we couldn't get that panel. Alright, my goodness, look at all these parts scattered all over here now. This is the rear floor thing, so let's just bring that over there for now. I actually want to focus on the front end of this car now, so put that over there. Okay, welding machine, and yeah, we've got some electrodes left, I think, so we should be good with electrodes. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and buy the MIG welder. Simple as that. Okay, I'm pretty sure they... Okay, yeah, okay. I know what it is. I know what it is. There are some more welds, but you need to mount the torsion support first, which is not that. It's this. So this needs to go back in first before you can weld the thing to the thing to the thing there of the thing. And we're not welding squat with this because it doesn't have an electrode. Okay, we've got 4 electrodes left. Yeah, I don't know. Are we going to make it? If we don't make it, I'm going to go buy the MIG welder. Simple as that. Alright, so there's the weld. There's a weld. We've got one over there. And I think once we lift the car up, there might be some underneath here that you could see, but we can't see them, but I did get them because I know they are there. It's like I communicated I don't know how to say that word, but okay, yeah. I just had a connection with it. I knew it was there. We are looking for the... Oh, there it is. It's kind of hiding because it sort of glitches into the floor. Okay. Alright. No. That's the wrong thing. Grab this. Okay. Weld. Electrode. I don't know if I'm going to make it with the electrodes, but I don't know how much stuff we still need to weld. We'll see, but okay. There we go. Okay, so that is on. And anything else we need to weld? Yeah, the frame rails and the trunk, well, the rear floor. So we still got quite a lot of welding to do actually, and we still need to weld this panel on. So let me bring this closer to the back. Okay. This frame rail needs to go there as well. Alright, look at me running up and down like a champ. Alright, grab all of these things that we can or cannot grab. We cannot put those in. We can put those in the backpack. That we can. This we cannot for some reason. That we cannot. Okay, and we also want to grab this one. Okay, let's go get this installed. Okay, and now we are in business. Still got this oddly pink, non-pink paint. I don't know how to call it, but okay. Alright, there we go. Front cross member into place. Zipped down, and I think that is golden. Battery tray. Yes, we're going to mount the battery tray right over there. Brake master cylinder. We probably need to take the old one off first. Okay, so there's that. Let's pop this one on there. Okay, golden. And now main brake line. That's what I'm looking for. Put that into place there. And then we can probably get this bolted up here. And here, next up we're going to do the shock absorbers. Let's get them both into place. Zip. And zip. And zip. And zip. Upper control arms. Alright, put them in. No. Go. Where the... Come on. 3. Okay, and we still needed to do this and this and this and this and this and this. Okay, so we're good. Alright. What the... Will you... Dude, come on. Just go freaking on the car. There we go. Alrighty, guys. I think that is everything. Did we get that? We get that. We got that. Yeah, we got everything. Okay. Now it's just the 2 strut rods in my bag. Okay, let's get that onto there and we'll bolt it down there. And this side we'll do this side. Oh, it's towards the front, of course. Okay, there we go. And bolt that down. Alrighty, that is definitely some progress. We are getting there. Alright, zip that up, and now we need to get all the rest of this stuff bolted back on. So yeah, let's just check something quickly before we actually put this back on. Yeah, see, the bumper doesn't count damage percentage, so that is perfect. Alright, let's get the grill mounted. Alright, get up here. Zip, zip, and that is looking pretty good, guys. So we've got our front suspension sorted. And now we can actually get this thing lifted up a tad bit. Okay, that should do. And now we're going to come and grab these things over here. So that's our transmission support. Okay, and then we need to grab these. Probably need to do this one at a time because they don't go in the backpack. So these are the torsion bars that go into those holes over there. Just grab the other one. Okay, and there it is. Okay. And I'm going to just grab some... Yeah, let's grab the 2 bad wheels for the front, rather. Bad tires. It's just so that this thing can actually have something to roll around with before we do the finishing touches to this thing. We'll do paint and wheels at the same time once we decide to paint this thing. I don't know what color we're going to do it yet. Might go with the standard original color of the car, because it looks like it's a very dark blue or a black even. It might even appear black. Alright, let's get our fenders back on, and then we're gonna tackle the rear, because at the back we need to weld in the 2 frame rails, and we still need to mount... Yeah, let's not forget our middle frame brace that's sitting on the shelf behind there. Yeah, we need to still mount that as well. Okay, so let's go up a bit more. I just hope these lift arms aren't going to be in our way. Okay, so we'll weld that one in place there. I still recall we had an issue with this inner wheel well. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and replace it, because smashing my face against the post. Okay, so let's go and cut that thing off as well. There we go. We had a grinder sound there for a second. Okay, so there goes the wheel well as well. That is not very well. Okay, so we'll just put it over there. And this, I actually want to pour this brake fluid into the new reservoir that we've got in the car now. So I'm going to try and save up a bit of money. Do we still have got electrode on our thing? Yes, we do. Okay, put this over here. I'm going to weld up there. 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 And there. Okay, so it looks like you don't get many welds out of an electrode, so might have to go and buy that MIG welder after all, guys. But yeah, I don't know if we really can afford it at this stage anymore, because we still got a lot of work to do to this car before it's going to be, yeah, in that state where we can not worry about money. Okay, so that part is done. Can we get you welded up? I think you only have 2 welds. Over there. Over there. And there. 3 welds. Okay, so that looks good. The trunk pan is in, or trunk panel is in, or whatever they call that thing. This is the right frame rail. It's the left one. Okay, let's see how far we can still get with this. I still needed to weld. Is that? No, those are not welds. Okay, luckily not. These 2 over here, and I think at the front we've got more welds. Let's just see. This is our last electrode. Okay, how far are we going to get with this electrode? 2, 3, and 4 welds. Okay. We've still got 2 up there. Okay, so now let's grab our wheel well. We need to replace as well. I think it falls under body as well. You just see. Can't really recall where this falls under. But it is definitely a wheelhouse. There. No, that's the wrong one, Funcle. Why did you go and buy the left if you needed the right? Ah, look at me wasting money. Okay. Well, since we've got the left one now as well, we might have to just go ahead and replace it. But I just welded the freaking thing. That's the other problem. Okay, so we don't have any electrodes left, guys. So I'm gonna have to go and buy myself the MIG welder. I wonder if it'll fit in the wagon, because the El Camino is a bit loaded at the moment. But yeah, let's go do this, guys. I'm gonna just bite the bullet and buy the MIG welder and the gas bottle and some wire spools. I think that's what they call it, so that we can at least weld without changing electrodes every 5 minutes, or well, even every 10 seconds really. Alright, coming up to here. I did notice on my way back from the junkyard we nearly had another accident with the El Camino. I don't know if you guys saw it. Drop your comment down below if you saw it. So we just went up the hill and the truck got stuck. You got a chroming station. Okay, yeah. But then the pickup truck got sort of stuck, and yeah, I thought it was gonna go bang, but luckily it didn't, so didn't get any damage. Alright, there we go. That's our MIG welder. We've got the gas tank. It goes onto there. And we need to open this door over there, and we need to buy one of those. Okay, we're just gonna get one for now. We'll come and pick up some more of these things if we need them. But okay, I hope this thing is going to fit. We might have to let it lay down like this. Yeah, would you look at that? Who said we can't transport stuff in our wagon? Yeah, this thing is actually a beast of a starter vehicle. If it wasn't for the inline 5, I think this thing would have been a proper tow rig as well. But yeah, we need to have at least a decent car one day as well. Because I do want to build a drag vehicle that's going to dominate the drag races eventually. So that's going to be a lot of fun once we get to that. And I also want to try and start having a look at the races. Although the races are a bit, yeah, iffy. I don't know how to call it exactly, but it's like with the game's physics and the lag, sometimes at some places it makes it a bit hard to do racing in this game, but we'll give it a shot at some point. Alright, so here we are, and let's just grab our new to us MIG welder. Okay, and put it down over there. Grab the handle and let's weld the living crap out of this thing. Alright, weld, and is that it? Okay, so what else do we still need to weld onto this thing? Probably this little thingy. The middle frame brace. I think that's what they call it. Okay, and then we need to get the other wheel well fitted, because yeah, I was a bit too much like what you call it, trigger happy when it came to buying the parts. When click 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 click, I just bought the front and, well, the left and the right freaking wheel well. And where did that go now? Wheelhouse left. Okay, so this is the new one. Yeah, that's the old one. Okay, 75%. It wasn't too bad either. I would have left it, but yeah, it's better to just put in the new one since we accidentally bought it. So there we go. That is looking pretty sharp, guys. I'm quite happy with that. And now I think our gap issues should be sorted out as well. Yeah, look at that. You can kind of make it out there. That looks perfect. So whoever's going to get this car, you are going to get a 100% straight BART. This thing is not going to have any issues. Okay, so guys, now I think we've still got enough time to quickly buy all the rear suspension and just get it slapped onto the car. I might have to just do that as well, because I think the brake fluid actually despawns in those if you leave them off the car. Okay, suspension. And yeah, we're kind of just doing stock ride at the moment, but this can still change. I might decide to go ahead and lower the car down on lowered springs. We did have some hubs that are good as well, but I'm going to buy new ones. Some new rear shocks. What else is for the rear? We need a differential. I think what we're going to do for this car's differential, we're going to put in a 3.2, which is going to make, yeah, the car go a little bit faster eventually, top speed wise. Not really quicker, but in the long run it's going to have a higher top speed. Yeah, that's the explanation I was looking for. Right, so you're going to need 2 brake lines, a box of rear brake pads, 2 rear brake discs, and then the rear, no, not the front Funcle, rear left, rear right. Now I bought another freaking extra bloody caliper. Okay, handbrake cable. Yeah, look at me wasting money. It's as if it's not a yeah, I don't have anything to mount it to. It's like money isn't an object at the moment for us, but yeah, it is actually. I need to be very careful because I'm not going to have enough money for the engine. And we forgot to buy the axle. There we go. Alright, so there's the axle. Let's bolt that into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. I can put the handbrake cable on. I don't know if this is going to be an issue on the lift. It might be. We'll see. Let's get the hubs in. Okay. Just trying to see. Yeah, the screwdriver is probably quite far away. We are going to need the screwdriver for the discs. Let's get the discs on. Okay, let me go grab the screwdriver quickly. And we'll just bring the whole toolbox closer. Okay, pop it down there, and let's go zip, and this side as well. Zip. Okay. Alrighty, now we need to probably just put the brake stuff together. Okay, this caliper is going to have to go on the table as well. It's kind of like I'm just putting my my mistakes on the table behind me. Okay, so there we go. Come on, go in there. You can do it. Okay, and then this goes in here, and this one goes in there. Shock absorbers, we can probably pop those in the backpack because they need to go onto the car. We also need to do those probably, leaf springs, but those don't go in the backpack. We're gonna have to definitely carry those one at a time again. Okay, let's go and see if we can get this installed onto there. I don't know which side is which now. I think this is the right hand side because that side is the left side where the handbrake cable goes to the front. That's how you can know which side is which side of the rear axle. Okay. And this caliper. All brand new stuff. Okay, so let's go get these leaf springs installed. 1 and 2. Where's the other one? Okay, it's upper bolt. Okay. We also need to get these mounted. So let's do that while we are here. Alright, that just means that our shock absorbers are ready to rock and roll. And let's just grab this leaf spring as well. Okay. And zip that down and zip this down. Okay, let's grab our rear axle assembly. That goes in like that. Alright, so a little bit of lag. Okay, into there, into there, into there. And I think I may have accidentally tightened up one of these already. Okay, so that is all tightened down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is golden. So yeah, we've got everything installed on the suspension, from what I can tell. Yeah, these wheels actually look pretty good on this car. We'll see. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to use, or what wheels we're going to install, or anything like that yet. So this is just going to be our tester wheels once the car is put together and it's up and running, for me to take it for a test drive. Obviously before paint. Okay, we've got one flat tire back there. Okay, but let's quickly transfer this over. This is our brake fluid from our old master cylinder. Gonna try my best at this. It's not always possible, but sometimes you can get it done. So let's try. It's gonna save us a trip. There we go, look at that. It's going into the brand new brake master cylinder. And there we go, that is quite full actually. Alright, close up the cap over there. And that is sorted, guys. So I'm quite happy how this turned out. Looks like we did, once again, achieve at least something. Might have to get that tire aired up quickly while I end the episode, guys. So yeah, I appreciate it very much for you guys tuning in once again. I actually should have installed this before we do this. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to end it right there. I'm going to get this mounted under the car off camera. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it every time you guys watch my video, and also leave some comments down below in the comment section. That is also very much appreciated, guys. And also I wanted to ask, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, guys, I will see you all in the next one.